Welcome back to another podcast with me. I am back again to bring you yet another conversation with a remarkable person. A little bit later on, I will be speaking with Carol Davis, who is the landlady of the Clifton Arms. Now, Carol works tirelessly, not only serving her community in her local pub, but also serving her community by raising funds and getting people together to get donations to support people. Even more so now because more and more people are needing that little bit of extra help and support. So today, our Prime Minister is still in intensive care. He's still safe. He's still breathing for himself with a bit of help from some oxygen. He's not on any kind of ventilation as of yet. But the experts are saying that the next 2 weeks are going to be critical for Boris. So again, Boris, come on. We need you. And also today marks one of the first days where China have started to relax and lift their lockdown. So could this be the turn that we're all looking for? And so hopefully it will reach us very soon and we should start to be able to look forward and get over this hurdle and get back to some kind of normality, whatever normality may be. The weather once again is absolutely beautiful. It's scorching. So I'll keep this introduction bit very short and sweet and quickly bring on my next guest because I want to get out and enjoy the sunshine in my front garden. Right, so let's bring on my next guest and welcome Carol. Now, Carol is normally busy pulling pints in the Clifton, but recently she's been more busy pulling people together to support her community and also to help those who are busy helping us. So hello, Carol. Thank you very much for joining me today on my podcast. Now, Carol, you have a really important job. Well, you have an important job in my eyes anyway. You are a landlady. You are the queen bee. You're the queen bee of the Clifton Arms. So, Carol, just tell us a little bit about the Clifton. What is it and what do you do there?
Clifton Arms is a small community pub on the outskirts of Blackburn. Sorry, not the outskirts of Blackburn, on the outside of the town. I've been here 15 years. Funnily enough, this Saturday I've been here 15 years. And we're a small community pub. We have lots of live music, games, and we also support young people and old people in our community.
Brilliant. Now, I have been a few times and I must say, I think it's wonderful. I enjoy going there every single time and it's always a warm welcome. You're never made to feel unwelcome. It's lovely. So, Carol, you just mentioned about supporting your community. Now, during this lockdown period, so to speak, you have been heavily doing things to support people, but not just any people. You've been heavily supporting the NHS. Just tell us a little bit about what you've been doing to support the NHS.
Right, supporting the NHS, what we did was we thought, obviously they are really putting themselves on the line for everyone else. So we decided as a community, what can we do? So we asked people in the community and we managed to get £400, to which we got £400 worth of fruit delivered to the hospital for the nurses, the doctors, everybody, to be delivered to each individual ward. So we heard stories that they couldn't, once they was in the room, they couldn't leave, they had to eat there, and they stayed in that ward until they finished because of obviously cross-contamination in each ward, etc. So, we knew that obviously they were tired, they were working long hours, and we just wanted to show our appreciation by sending that. So obviously they're getting a bit of energy, they're getting a bit of something to eat, and we thought we would do that. So we got together with Woodsy's Fruit in Darwin, and for every £10 bag of fruit that we purchased, they made it up to £12 worth, so they actually donated in as well.
Brilliant.
That was one of the things we did for them. And we also seen that there was desperate for toilet rolls.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple of friends who work at Acro.
Right.
And I read that, they couldn't get any, and this was going on and that was going on, and no one could get anything. So I spoke to one of my friends called Jack Mullen, and he said, leave it with me. And the day after, one of the directors rang me back, and I managed to get them 4 pallets full of kitchen roll. They had no toilet roll, they had no, they wanted the paper towels, none of them. But the next best thing to paper towels is kitchen roll.
Of course it is,
So we managed to get 4 pallets from them, for mackerel papers delivered to them. And then we also seen there was another post, it's called Ellie and Me on Facebook, and it's for the hospital, and they put everything that they're needing and everything on there. So we seen a post that there was running short of crisps. So the idea was then I put a post on, and a couple of people shared it for me, who were the admins of Blackburn past and present pubs. And I asked all the landladies and landlords, when we're in lockdown, all the crisps that we've got, who wants to donate, And then we got inundated. There were loads. Everybody from Blackburn, more or less. There was quite a few pubs got involved to donate. There was a pub called the Arden in Accrington. And they donated as well. And they all dropped them off here. And we also have a corner shop round here. It's called Aftabs. It's a local community shop. And we had some money that was given to us to purchase the crisps. So we asked him, could give us a good deal. And he said, listen, I want to get involved in this. So we was wanting to buy 4 boxes. We bought 4. He gives an extra 6. So he gave us 10 boxes of crisps altogether.
Wow.
And he wanted to get involved, so they come in cars. The NHS come and pick them up, obviously, and they had to do about several trips to get them. So that's what we've done for the NHS. And there is a site that they're after things all the time. The next thing they wanted was crayons for the children on the ward, so we put that on and just told them. There was one lady who said, right, let's get them from Amazon, and you can get them delivered direct to them. So there's no, there's no flouting the law. There's no, going in contact with people. So we did that as well. So they are, it is a big thing for them. And we also, at the same time, talking of NHS, we also knew that there was carers that work in care homes. So then we sent some Easter eggs to different nursing homes for them, and we also was getting items in, and we also sent them food for them to use, like bulk food that we got in. So we went round, because they're just as important
of course.
as the NHS. So we thought, what about these guys? So we did that as well.
Brilliant. Because there's lots of people wanting to help, and the first kind of port of call people go to is financial help. But sometimes it's the basic things, just like fruit, crayons, a packet of crisps, something which means a lot more than a couple of pounds. And it's the little things that help people who are helping us. And it's things like that really do matter, because they are everyday things that you forget about. Now, I've seen on Facebook as well, on your page, just the extent of people who are supporting and the different things you are supporting. And one thing that took my eye, really, partly because I've got a massive sweet tooth, but there was a post you put on about chocolate-coated homemade crunchy bars sort of things. They look delicious. Were they aimed more at children, to try and get children more involved?
Yeah, there was, because, not only this. I did put a post on us, and, they are our family little heroes, because it's like things that they've never done before. They've never had to stay in. They've never been in lockdown. It's very strange for them to adhere to these new rules that are coming in force. And we thought, wow, they are the little heroes. So what can we do for them? So it was something like, this is to do with your children while you're in lockdown. It doesn't cost that much. It was things like that. And we'd also done another little post where I said, right, okay, all your little children out there, let's have an Easter picture. Or I have my window always full of posters over what's going on all the time, and the bear. So I put up an appeal out, right, guys, get your children, do a rainbow picture, do a picture of Easter, a bunny or anything. Let's get my windows filled up with them. Brilliant. Because I'm the last pub leading into town, and I'm right facing Asda. So all the people that are going on the essential shops will see these. And it was something for the children to do as well. And that's, it is, I know, yes, there's a lot going on, but it is hard for them to understand, and without getting them too frightened of what's going on,
of course.
With all the new rules and everything, they must be thinking, what's this? Why have I had to do this? And there's a lot of children that don't understand, and they are depressed. And one of the ladies who, because I keep in contact with everybody, one of the ladies saying, Your daughter wouldn't even get out of bed, saying, "What's the point? What am I going to do today?" And it does affect mental health as well in young people, as well as old people and everyday people. But it's the young ones that they won't express these feelings, and it is hard for them to understand. And it's just, you've got to be something there for all of us.
Yes.
And it is hard, but like I said, the children are more susceptible to why I'm being locked in. That's the way they look at it. Some of them, I don't want this. It does affect the mental health, and not a lot of people can see that, but it really, really does.
Because it's such a massive change, and almost overnight as such. One day they're going to school, the next day they're getting up, and it's mummy and daddy who's being teacher. So that itself is a massive change.
Of course it is.
So something as simple as colouring. Every child, they understand colouring, be for whatever reason, be it for education, be it for passing time or whatever. But, using a child's imagination like that to create something to put in your window and to show support is brilliant. I mean, I see on a daily basis, walking to the shop and things, the amount of houses who have got the rainbows in the windows and things. And it's heartwarming, because it's like that's allowing the child to actually support and get involved in what's going on as well. Because, as you say, they might not understand fully, and children's minds work in a total different way. And,
of course they do.
It takes a lot for them to understand exactly what's going on. So, Carol, you mentioned about the community. You do a lot for the community. Just how important are community pubs?
To me, I live for my community pub. We are one massive family, and it's not just about giving and doing things. I have a lot of people that have lost loved ones, and some people that don't know how to pay a bill when the loved one's passed, or they get a piece of mail they don't understand. We tell people, look, just pop in for a cup of coffee. If you just want to chat, that's fine. We're here for all of you. And there is quite a lot of people who, you get something and 9 times out of 10 you think, oh yeah, I've got to deal with that. A lot of people don't know how to deal with it. They get something and they panic right away. And it is frightening for these older people. We were saying the other day, somebody gets something and said, right, immediate bill, you've got to pay it now as you go, this, that and the other. Even the lonely people that just want to chat, we encourage people just to come down and, just even a coffee. And, well, I don't want to drink, I'm not bothered about you. If you want to come and talk, you want me to go and do something. We have a lot of people who, they have hospital appointments. Am I going to get there? We take them. We find somebody, we take them. There's always, whatever is asked, we always try to help, or we can see that they're struggling with something, may it not be monetary value or food or anything, personal things that they want to share with you that we can help. And somebody always gets involved, and if we can't help, we point them in the right direction. And we're there for one another, whatever the problem is.
And that's really important, because, you see there's so many pubs closing these days, and it's been a very difficult trade for quite a few years. And when this has happened now, and it was suddenly everywhere's got to close, and it was such a drastic, massive thing, and it just makes you think, like, how are things going to be afterwards? And I'm pretty confident in that places like the Clifton, who are such a tight, close-knit group, I don't think there'll be any issue with carrying on as normal, and it will just be back to as it was, because that's how close everybody is, and that's how tight it is. And I think community pubs are far more important than big chain pubs, because you go in there and you literally you just go in and it's, we want your money, thank you very much. You go into places like the Clifton, and you're welcomed. You are welcomed, and it's a lovely thing. And I just wish there was more places like that where you are welcomed. Now, the Clifton is a very big supporter in the music scene. I mean, you have some wonderful gigs and events in there, and it's just unfortunate with the job I do. I can't always come at the weekend, and I'll see them and I think, oh, I so want to come and see that, but I can't. So, with everything that is going on and people are taking to social media to stream their talent and stream their gigs and things, who would you say to us to keep an eye out for?
I would say everyone, because everyone, there's lots of musicians out there. They're all in the same position of us. And, just what I do, as soon as I see someone that comes up on my screen has gone live, I share that as a watch party, because, not only are we in lockdown, so are they. And we just want to show them that we're supportive of them. And I can't say that just the one person to look out for, because everybody is in the same position, and obviously we want to share as much as we can. Plus,
Indeed.
It brings, everybody likes different people, different artists, and it does bring a smile. I mean, I sit and watch them, and they are, you can see the joy in their face when they're performing, and they have lost their livelihoods as much as everyone else has.
Of course they have.
So I like to support as many as I see and share them watch parties, just to remind people, that we're all in this together, and, support these guys as well, because they're the ones that come and support us and you enjoy. That's the way that I have been trying to do it when I've been online.
But what a great idea, though. You see these people going live and you create this watch party to your group. And so in a way, that's kind of, you're still keeping that community thing going, because all your supporters who would normally be there at the bar are possibly going to be in this group, so you can still watch together as such.
Of course you can.
What a great idea. Now, just going back a little bit to supporting things, just tell us a bit about the new thing you've got going to support the postmen and the postwomen.
Right, yeah, that's another thing that obviously I scout through the Facebook and see what's going on, see what's needed. And I just seen a couple of people that have put, thank you, the postman said thank you to such a body today, because they left him a little picture. We're still going, we're out there, blah, blah. And I thought, how nice is that? And then I thought, they are coming to everybody's door. They are still having to go in and out of, they can't isolate, as in pull themselves away. They are still doing a job, and they're going to every single house, making sure we're getting the mail, everything that's supportive. So let's do something for them guys. So I put the appeal out, and everyone was, yes, let's do that. So we're going to do some little lunch boxes, if you will, for like sandwich, tangerine, a bag of crisp, and we're going to support the Blackburn and the Darwin offices. We're going to get someone to come and pick them up next week, and just to show them, look, we appreciate you guys as well.
Brilliant.
Because really, we're all in it together, and it's just that things that I see that we think, oh yeah, and do you know what? We get loads of things donated, and then them that can't get out is sending me money. Please use this, whatever you want. So we've got quite a bit of money that we want to help people with. And another thing who's been supporting us tremendously is Dave Wilson, who has Calypso in Blackburn. He's been doing feeding lots and lots of people and getting essential packs. And what he doesn't use, he's rang us, we've collected it and shared it in our community. So I've contacted him this morning and said, listen, Dave, we've got quite a bit of money here now. What do you need? We want to help you, because you help us so much. So we've sent him a post to say, let us know what you want, because we want to buy what you need to help you along as well. So all the groups, I've had Community Spirit, who deal with the homeless. They've been giving us things that they're not using. Neil and Debbie from there. So everyone's been supportive, and everyone is helping each other.
Brilliant. And that's what it's about. It's everybody pulling together, helping each other out, and just helping each other get through this time. We've had
Liz Cook from Rummage Rescuers, who donated some Easter eggs, because that's something else that we're doing. Every Easter, every Christmas, I always give everybody free lunch. Obviously, there's a lot of my people with being elderly or isolated, and got underlying health problems. So this Sunday, last Sunday, I put an appeal out. We're still going to make the Sunday lunch, and we're going to get them to them. So everybody from everywhere has donated. We haven't purchased anything. Woody's Fruit have donated all the veg. Tracy Cassidy, who works for me and is also a cook. She's going to do all the cooking. She's donated the roast potatoes and the Yorkshire pudding. Jeanette Bagley, who is my coordinator for the hospital, she's donated roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, and give us £20 towards the costs. Liz Cook has given us loads of Easter eggs. Irene, one of the ladies, has donated some of the veg. Everyone's just jumped in and got involved. So we are going out with all the community to give them that are struggling. So they're all going to get Sunday lunch. And the Easter eggs that we've got left over, I had an idea this morning, because normally schools are in lockdown and there's a few children in different schools going in because their parents are key workers. So I've contacted a couple of schools this morning. How many children have you got that are in there? Because their parents are key workers. We're going to also give them Easter eggs too.
Brilliant.
So that's another thing that we're going to be getting involved with in the next couple of days.
What a brilliant idea.
So it's just really getting involved with, them that are still out there, them that are still having to go to work, the children that are, normally they're on 2 weeks, like I say,
that's it. But
they
at the
still
minute, they're
have
not,
to go
are they?
to school.
Yeah.
So it's just something to bring a smile to the faces, just to show them, we are thinking about everybody.
Brilliant.
So that's another thing that we're doing as well.
Well, that's really good, because these children who are still in school, that must be equally as difficult for them to understand. Like, well, why am I still in school when normally I'm off and all my friends are off? So just something as simple as a little Easter egg will bring a smile to the face, and that's what it's about. It's a case of there are people.
It's to try and get a bit of normality as well to them.
Exactly.
Just. I mean, I've got one lady who is. Her daughter is the only one in school yesterday.
Wow.
How much that must feel for the child. Why am I here and nobody else? And it's just, it's just a little bit of normality is an Easter egg. So that child then will remember that day, I've got an Easter egg today.
Yeah.
No matter how stressful it was, or not stressful as the case may be, or having to go to school, it might be good to get all the attention, but then that child might feel a bit stressed because she has to go and no one else is. And it's just a little bit of a, just to take that thought away. I've gone to school today, I've got an Easter egg, so I want to go again. We don't know how some minds of children work differently, don't they?
Exactly. So speaking of normality and things, when things return back to normal, which hopefully very soon they should start to, or at least they should start showing signs that things are going back to normal, what do you have planned for the Clifton? Is there any little secrets you can give us in terms of, you might be planning a big welcome back party, a big shindig, a big reopening?
We will have a welcome back party, but what we have also said was all the things that was planned that's missed. We've got birthdays. We have my 15-year celebration in the pub, which was this Saturday.
Yeah, yes.
We have all the artists that was planned in. They will still be done. Mother's Day, we were having a high tea in the Clifton. 40 people had booked in, and we will still do that. We will still have all the things that we've missed, along with the stuff that was planned in for the rest of the year. And everything will be as back to normal as you can. I mean, it's given us this time. I mean, there's a lot of changes that we've done, that we are doing in the pub while we're in lockdown. Something with freshening it up, trying to make a good feel factor when you come back in.
That I suppose is a positive from what's gone on. It's given a lot of places like pubs, restaurants, theatres, places like that, an opportunity to do essential maintenance. Because normally you're open every day, you're busy, you don't know if you have to do that, then you have to close. But there's been this time where people have been forced to close as such, so it's, well, let's use this time and let's do a bit of maintenance.
Yeah. And you know what the beautiful thing is? Most of the stuff we have got here that we're decorating with, the community have donated it to us, so Brilliant. It's not costing us anything hardly. We've been, quite a few people have said, look, can I donate this to you? I know that you're going to do the pub-up, can I give you this? Can we do that?
Wonderful.
And it's come back what you give. My father always used to say, what you give would always come back.
Of course. No, that's exactly right.
And it's shown. That's
exactly
shown.
right. Brilliant, brilliant. So is there anything you'd like to add? Is there anything you'd like to give a shout out for? Ask for help and things?
First of all, I'd like to shout out to all my customers, new and old. We contact them every day and we say hi. I video call them. They video call me. We have group chats. We're still doing quiz through group chat.
Right, wow.
We're just
brilliant.
doing bingo through going live. That's been this Thursday night. We've tried what we've done is we've done some games of bingo. They get so much back for winning. They get 2 numbers. If they're the last number called out, they get £100 per game. And from this, we are donating £50 towards our, that's something that I forgot to mention. At the end of all this, I've asked everybody, shall we do something for our local NHS people in the community and everywhere else? So we have had 4 artists that have volunteered free to do a concert for us, and all the money we raise we'll give out to our local NHS and carers.
Brilliant.
That have done, that have kept us safe in these times of uncertainty. So we have John Penn, who has said, yes, I'll do it. He's jumped on board. And then we have PJ Robinson, who's jumped on board. We have Lorena Mitchell, and we also have Leanne James, who have also all said, yes, I want to get involved.
Brilliant.
So these 4 artists are coming back free of charge when we do this massive event, when we get back up and running with a date planned in, for our local people to raise money to do what they want, whether it's something on a ward, something in the care home that they need, and we will share it between them all. Because, as well as NHS, they are a big part of looking after the elderly, our families, that are in these places. So, that's what we're going to do at the end. So a big shout out to them people as well.
Brilliant. No, indeed. So it sounds as if there's some quite exciting things looking forward, to look forward to in the future. Brilliant. Well, Carol, it's been lovely speaking with you. It's been really enjoyable, and I wish all the best of luck for everything, and keep doing what you're doing, because it's brilliant. It really is, and it puts a smile on my face just seeing the level of support that you're giving, and not only that, what you're getting back off people as well. It's really good.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's fantastic. I always say, there's an advertisement called If Carlsberg Did, and I always put, if Carlsberg did communities, this would be up there. That's my motto.
Brilliant. Love it. Well, Carol, thanks again. It's been wonderful, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you very soon, and I'll be up for a pint, no doubt.
Yeah, and I hope that you all take care, you and all your family too.
Thank you very much, Carol. I will speak with you very soon.
Okay, then. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, what a remarkable and lovely lady, still busy serving her community, even though her pub has closed its doors. Now, I'm sure Carol would be grateful for any help or support that anybody is willing to give. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be a couple of rolls of toilet roll, some sweets, some crisps, Easter egg for a child, whatever. If you have anything that you think may be of some use to the people Carol is helping, then do get in touch with Carol at the Clifton Arms. You can find them on Facebook. Just simply search the Clifton Arms. And Carol, keep doing what you do. And something there to look forward to for when this is all over. I'm sure there will be a wonderful day of entertainment where we can go and see some lovely live music in a wonderful, cosy, friendly atmosphere. That is the Clifton Arms, something I'm going to look forward to very much, and as soon as that date is released, it will be going in my diary and I shall be there. So again, Carol, thank you very much for getting involved and having a chat with me today for my podcast. It actually was really nice to talk with you and hear how somebody is helping other people by not giving money, but by giving something that they might actually need, something that we all take for granted, a simple packed lunch where a postman or a post lady are busy setting off for their shift. They arrive to work and they realise that they have forgotten their lunch, but not to worry, because Carol has saved the day. She's given you, as a little thank you, pack up to take on your way. Thank you again for listening to my podcast. I will be back very soon with another guest. Until then, you've guessed it, keep being safe, keep being careful, but most importantly, don't forget to keep washing those hands.